In the vast empire of ancient Persia, where kings were treated like gods, one woman did the unthinkable. She said no to the king. This is the story of Queen Vashti, her fall from power, and how a young Jewish girl named Esther changed the fate of an entire nation. The year was around 483 BC. King Xerxes I, ruler of Persia, threw a massive party in his palace at Susa. For 180 days, he displayed the wealth and power of his empire. Then, a 7-day feast followed for everyone in the capital. Wine flowed freely, and excess ruled the halls. While King Xerxes entertained the men, his queen Vashti held a separate banquet for the women. But on the 7th day, the king, drunk with wine and pride, made a decision that would change everything. Xerxes ordered his servants, "Bring Queen Vashti wearing her royal crown, so I can show her off to everyone." But Vashti said no. We don't know exactly why. Some say she refused to be objectified. Others think she simply defied a drunken demand. But in a kingdom where the king's word was law, her refusal was more than rebellion. It was a scandal. Xerxes was furious. His advisors warned, if the queen can disobey, every woman in the empire might rebel, so Vashti was banished, never to be seen by the king again. Then came a royal decree: a new queen must be chosen, and so began a massive empire-wide search. Young women were brought to the palace, prepared with oils and perfumes for 12 months before seeing the king. Among them was a young Jewish orphan, Esther. Esther was beautiful, but she was also wise and humble. She kept her Jewish identity a secret, just as her cousin Mordecai, who had raised her, advised. When Esther's turn came to see the king, Xerxes was captivated. He placed the royal crown on her head. Esther became queen, but her true purpose hadn't yet begun. Esther wasn't just chosen for her beauty. She was placed in power for a reason. Pretty soon, an evil official named Haman would rise, and honestly, he'd plot the extermination of all Jews in the Persian Empire. Esther would be faced with a choice: reveal her identity and risk death, or stay silent and watch her people perish. But that is a story for another video. One queen lost her crown by saying no. Another risked her life by saying yes. 2 women, 2 choices, and 1 empire forever changed. Want to hear how Queen Esther stood up to save her people? Subscribe for part 2. The queen who risked everything.